This charm was designed to eat money, not give it. You believed it protects your wealth, but Pixiu only guards money when you tell it what to guard. You've been wearing a silent dragon, and never once gave it a command. You've seen it everywhere. On bracelets, on necklaces, on keychains swinging by someone's side at the bank, or clutched in the hands of someone quietly hoping their next client pays. Pixiu, the mythical guardian, the creature said to devour wealth and never let it escape. But if that were true for everyone, why do so many people carry Pixiu and still feel like their finances never grow? Here's the truth most Fengshui tips don't tell you. It's not about owning the charm, it's about activating it. Because without intention, Pixiu is just a silent stone. No flow, no function, no fortune. And in this video, I'll show you 5 hidden mistakes that quietly block the flow of wealth through your Pixiu keychain, and how to fix each one with ease. Some of them are subtle, like the way you clip it to your bag. Some are deeper, like the moment you forgot to ever speak to it. If you've ever worn a Pixiu and wondered why your money still slips away, this might finally answer that question. Let's begin with the direction your Pixiu is facing. And before we begin, just know this isn't the only charm you might be misusing. This video is part of a full series, each one unraveling the hidden blocks behind your favorite Feng Shui charms and showing you how to set them free. So stay with me until the end, because I'll share something most people never hear about Pixiu, a simple whisper that could unlock its power in just one breath. Let's fix the first mistake right now. You carry it proudly, a small golden dragon, guarding your keys. But its head is pointing out, and your money might be following it. It seems harmless, a little charm clipped to your bag. The Pixiu bowl, golden, with its proud little face, pointing confidently toward the world. That's how most people wear it, but that's exactly where the energy leaks. In Feng Shui, direction is never random. It's the difference between welcoming and releasing, and Pixiu was never meant to look outward. When you hang it on the outside of your bag, with its head facing away from your body, you're unknowingly telling it to scout, to push forward, to search outward for wealth, instead of guarding what's already coming to you. And worse, you clip it to places where energy flows out of your life. The outer side of a purse, the zipper of a backpack, the end of a keyring that sways while you walk. It becomes a roaming charm, a restless one. But Pixiu isn't a hunter, it's a protector. It doesn't chase money, it holds it. That's why so many people wear Pixiu and still feel like their money feels unstable. They get paid, and the cash seems to fly out again. They attract clients, but can't seem to keep them. The problem isn't the charm, it's the way we carry it. A few months ago, I was in line at a grocery store. The woman in front of me was dressed in soft, beige, simple, elegant. And on her tote bag hung a beautiful Pixiu keychain. Glossy black jade, head facing outward proudly. We got to chatting. She worked in real estate. It's been a weird year, she said. Lots of interest, but nothing closes. People visit the houses, love the houses, but the deals fall through. I asked her if she ever noticed which direction her Pixiu faced. She paused, looked down, realized it had always been pointing away from her, toward the door, the street, the world. A week later, she messaged me. She flipped the direction. 2 clients signed in the same week. So when your Pixiu faces outward, it's not guarding your wealth. It's leading it away. And you might notice, money flows in, but then slips through your fingers. Opportunities come, but don't stay. Deals begin, but never quite close. You feel close to abundance, but never fully in it. So how do you turn this around? The fix is simple, but it has to be intentional. Pixiu must face inward, always. If you wear it on your bag, clip it on the side that's closest to your body. Let its face point toward your core, not away from it, as if it's watching your energy, not the crowd. If it's on your keychain, slide it to the ring nearest your palm. Let it lie inside your pocket, with its face angled toward your belly, not your hip, not your thigh, your center. That's where wealth energy gathers. That's what it's meant to guard. If you keep it in your car, don't let it swing loosely from the mirror. Mount it near your dashboard, facing toward the driver's seat, toward you, your direction, your decisions. Pixiu isn't a scout. It's not looking for fortune in the world. It's holding space to protect what you already draw in. Once you adjust its position, you'll start to feel something shift. It won't be dramatic. No wind will blow. No coin will drop from the sky. But something inside you settles. The anxiety eases. The leaking feeling, it starts to quiet. That's the magic of placement. Not just in your space, but in your intention. With just that small shift, you might start to notice a calm clarity. Like money feels more yours when it arrives. Less slipping, more staying. Not just in your wallet, but in your energy. Chi doesn't stay where it's told to leave. Sometimes, it's not about doing more. It's about facing the right way. And once you shift the direction, the protection begins. But even the best guardians can't protect if they're left asleep. Let me show you the one thing almost no one does. The daily whisper that turns your Pixiu from passive charm into a true money guardian. You carry it everywhere, but if you've never spoken to it, how would it know what to guard? Think about how many things you carry every day. Your phone, your wallet, your keys, maybe even a lucky charm or two. But how many of them do you actually speak to? Pixiu is one of the most powerful Fengshui guardians. But it's not a background object. It doesn't just exist, it responds. And that's where the mistake happens. Most people wear their Pixiu like an accessory. They clip it on. Forget it's there. Never touch it. Never speak to it. Never set a single intention. Imagine hiring a bodyguard and never telling them what to protect. No name, no mission, no direction. They just stand beside you, confused, quiet, unused. That's what happens when you carry a Pixiu without activation. In Feng Shui, energy is not automatic. It flows when you tell it where to go, why to go, what to do. A silent Pixiu is a sleeping one, and you're asking it to defend your wealth while it hasn't even woken up. The worst part? You might never even realize this is the problem. Because on the surface, you think you're doing everything right. You bought a charm. You kept it close. You hoped, but hope is not instruction. Hope is not ritual. And Pixiu, like all guardians, doesn't move unless asked. There was a woman I met in San Diego, a jewelry maker. She wore her Pixiu every day, clipped to her purse like a good luck charm, gold, gleaming. But when I asked her what she tells it, she looked confused. Tell it? I just wear it. She'd been struggling with inconsistent income. Big orders came, then vanished. Money came in, waves, never stayed. When she started whispering to it every morning, giving it a simple task, guard my earnings, help me keep what I make, she said something shifted. She didn't earn more immediately, but she stopped leaking. And that changed everything. Without clear intention, Pixiu becomes a silent passenger. It's there, but not active, not aligned, and you might feel that in your life. You work hard, but results feel delayed. You save money, but it disappears for no reason. You try to attract wealth, but nothing sticks. The moment you realize Pixiu doesn't just need to be worn, it needs to be activated. Everything shifts. This creature was never meant to be passive. It's not just a symbol of wealth. It's a contract, a bond between your energy and what you're asking it to protect. So here's what to do, and it takes less than 5 seconds a day. Each morning, before you leave the house, pause. Not in the rush. Not while locking your door with one hand and holding your coffee in the other. Just pause. Reach for your Pixiu keychain. Hold it near your core, not your hand, not your pocket. Right in front of your center, where your energy gathers. And whisper. Yes, whisper. Say something like, "You guard my wealth. You hold what I earn. You stay with what's mine." You can change the words, make them yours. But what matters is this. You're telling it what to do. You're assigning it its job. You're activating its energy. Because in Fengshui, words are not decoration. They're direction. Sound carries energy. And the whisper isn't just for the Pixiu. It's also for you. To remind you, I have something worth protecting. I'm not just chasing money, I'm keeping it. This small act becomes your anchor. Your morning ritual. Your signal to the universe. I'm serious about holding on to what's mine. And Pixiu, it listens. But only when spoken to. Once you begin this, you'll notice your relationship with money changes. You spend more consciously. You save with more peace. You check your wallet and feel less fear. More grounded. It's not just about keeping money. It's about feeling kept. Energy follows command. Wealth follows clarity. But even with the right direction and the right whisper, your Pixiu may still hold stale energy. If you never give it time to breathe, let's talk about what happens when you never reset your charm. You wouldn't drink from a dusty glass, so why trust a dusty charm to hold your wealth? Most people never think to clean their Pixiu because they see it as a symbol, not a tool. It's just there, right? On your keys, in your pocket, hanging from your bag. It becomes familiar, like background noise, like wallpaper. But here's what we forget. Pixiu isn't decorative. It's active, until it's not. It's built to absorb wealth energy, but also the emotional energy that surrounds it. Your stress, your fear, your money worries. It soaks in more than you realize. And energy, like dust, settles fast. When you go weeks, months, maybe even years, without touching it, you're letting stagnant energy harden around it, layer by layer. And without knowing it, you've silenced your own guardian. It's like wearing a suit of armor you've never polished, a shield that hasn't seen sunlight, a lock that's never been oiled. You're asking it to protect your wealth, but haven't cleared what's blocking its power. That's why some people say, I used to feel lucky when I wore this. Now, nothing. It's not that the Pixiu stopped working, it's that no one kept it awake. There was a time when I kept my Pixiu on my car keys. It swung around everywhere I went. Meetings, grocery runs, even days when I was too tired to think straight. I thought having it with me was enough. I never really looked at it, never really touched it. It just hung there, like background protection. Then one morning, I saw it clearly for the first time in months. The gold had dulled. There were scratches, a film of dust along its back legs, and I realized that's exactly how my energy had been feeling too. That morning, I wiped it with a soft cloth. No words, just presence. And for some reason, I felt clearer walking out the door. It wasn't about superstition. It was about showing up for the thing I asked to show up for me. When your Pixiu goes untouched for weeks, months, it loses clarity. Its presence fades into the background, and your money flow may start to mirror that. Things feel murky. Your wallet's always light. Your mood's always heavy. You feel like you're carrying luck, but it's asleep under a layer of everything you didn't release. So, how do you clear what's been silently collecting? You clean it, but not like cleaning a coffee mug. You clean it like you're waking it up, gently, respectfully, and with presence. Choose a day. I recommend Friday, the day governed by metal and the 5 elements. Metal holds the energy of finance, of containment, of structure. It's the day where money wants to sit still and listen. Mid-morning is best, when light is bright but not harsh, and your mind hasn't yet collapsed into the chaos of the day. Pick a soft cloth, cotton, or silk if you have it. No cleaners, no chemicals, just your breath. Hold your Pixiu. Really hold it. Look at it. Notice the places where dust has settled, where the edges feel dull, where the energy feels forgotten. And then slowly wipe, front to back, tail to head, like tracing the path of energy backwards, returning it home. As you wipe, you can whisper something if it feels right. I reset you now. You guard fresh wealth. You hold clean energy. But even if you say nothing, your presence is enough. You're not just cleaning a charm. You're clearing weight. You're unclogging a stream that's been blocked with residue. Some of it yours, some of it not. And in that one act, you're showing your guardian, I still believe in you. I still need you awake. You don't have to do this every day. Once a week is enough, but do it with care. Because money listens to how we treat what we say protects it. And there's science behind this too. Dust isn't just physical. It holds particles from the air, skin cells, static charges, even emotional residue from stress and movement. Studies on object handling show that the longer something stays untouched, the more it becomes neurologically invisible. Our brain stops noticing it, and our energy stops interacting with it. But the moment you re-engage, even just by wiping it gently, your nervous system wakes up. You relink. The charm becomes seen again. By you, and by the flow you're trying to invite. This small practice resets your connection. Your charm becomes active again, not just present. And you may start to feel lighter, financially clearer, like something finally opened, and the noise inside your wallet quieted. Even guardians get heavy. You have to lift the weight for them sometimes. But even a clean Pixiu can stay silent if it was never meant for your energy to begin with. Let's talk about a mistake almost no one notices: choosing the wrong guardian for your flow. You bought it because it looked powerful, but sometimes power isn't yours to hold. Not all Pixiu are the same. Black jade, gold metal, white crystal. Each one carries a different energy, but most people choose based on looks. They buy what's trending, what someone else said worked for them, what's available in a store, or worse, what was gifted, without knowing the giver's energy or the receiver's alignment. But in Fengshui, this matters, because Pixiu isn't just a charm, it's a mirror. It reflects what you carry. And if it doesn't resonate with your energy, it won't flow with your money either. When the energy is mismatched, you might feel weirdly disconnected from it, like it's there, but never really yours. You carry it, but forget it's there, or worse, feel drained when it's near. There's an old story from a village near the Yellow River. A merchant once came to the local Fengshui master with a golden Pixiu, solid, heavy, beautifully carved. "I bought it from the city," he said. "They told me gold brings wealth, but since I started wearing it, my business is stalled. My chest feels heavy, my luck tight." The old master didn't say a word. He just asked the merchant to sit. Then he took 5 bowls, filled one with stones, one with water, one with ash, one with firelight, and one with leaves. He placed the Pixiu in the bowl of stones. Then he pointed at the bowl of water and said, "This is your nature, fluid, fast. Gold doesn't feed water. It sinks it. You are not lacking power. You are lacking flow." The merchant stared at the bowl and slowly understood. He left that day with a jade green Pixiu instead. And as the seasons turned, so did his fortune. When you carry the wrong Pixiu, the wealth flow feels muted. You might feel stuck without knowing why. Projects delay. Clients don't resonate. Money shows up, but not through your channels. It's like wearing someone else's shoes. They fit, but they never feel right. So how do you know if your Pixiu is the right one for you? It's not about the price. It's not about how shiny it looks in your hand. It's about how it feels, and whether it balances you or quietly pushes you off center. Here's a simple way to start. Think of your own energy like a weather pattern. Some people run hot, always chasing ideas, starting things, burning out fast. Some feel heavy overthinkers, worriers, always feeling stuck. Some drift creative, flowing, but never quite grounded. That energy is your base, and your Pixiu should support it, not drown it. Imagine this. You're someone who's already very active, always thinking, moving, solving problems. You pick a red Pixiu, full of fire energy. At first, you feel powerful, but then the restlessness builds. You feel tense. You snap faster. You can't rest. But if instead you chose a yellow earth Pixiu, it might slow you down, let you breathe, and suddenly your decisions feel clearer. Or maybe you're someone who gets stuck often, finds it hard to change, hard to risk. You pick a black Pixiu water, and for the first time in months, you start moving. Not rushing, just flowing again. Once aligned, your Pixiu feels like an extension of you. You stop forgetting it. You start checking it. Not out of fear, but respect. And slowly, wealth flows return in ways that feel right. Effortless. Aligned. The right charm doesn't pull harder. It simply pulls with you. But even with the right Pixiu facing the right way, cleansed and aligned, there's one more mistake that still holds people back. They wear the charm, but never give it purpose. Let's talk about the energy of assignment and why wealth won't stay if your guardian doesn't know what it's guarding. You wouldn't hire a bodyguard and then never tell them what to protect. Pixiu is a guardian, and like any guardian, it needs a task, a clear one. But most people wear Pixiu like a lucky bracelet. It's there, but aimless, silent, no job, no focus. And when you carry something without purpose, you start to feel that way too. Unfocused with money, unclear about what you want, unsure of what you're protecting or building. You might say, "I want to be rich," but what does that even mean? More clients? Less debt? More control? Or just less anxiety at the end of the month? Pixiu can't choose that for you. It can only hold what you hand to it. There was a stretch where I wore my Pixiu every day, but never talked to it. Not even once. Then one morning, after a rough week of surprise bills and a lost client, I held it in my hand, took a deep breath, and whispered something small. Guard what comes in. Don't let it slip this time. And I felt, not magical, but grounded, like I had named the battle, and finally handed someone a shield. When you never give your Pixiu a job, it becomes passive, and so does your money. It floats. It reacts. It slips through cracks you didn't know were there. You might work hard, but have nothing left at the end of the month. Not because you earned too little, but because your money had no direction. And energy without direction becomes noise. So here's what you do. Every morning before leaving the house, just one small whisper. Hold your Pixiu near your chest. Breathe. And say one line that defines your money mission today. You can say something like, protect what I earn. Anchor what flows in. Only let money go where it grows. Keep opportunity close. Let waste fall away. It's not about the words. It's about the clarity. You're not hoping anymore. You're instructing. You're assigning. You're anchoring. Over time, this changes how you think, how you spend, how you say yes to things. You stop chasing wealth and start keeping it. Consciously, quietly, daily. Wealth doesn't follow luck. It follows orders. Now, you know the 5 hidden mistakes and 5 small shifts to reopen the flow. But let's not stop there. Let me give you 3 things you can do today to reset your money flow instantly. Now that you know the 5 silent mistakes and the small shifts that open the flow, you don't need to wait for luck. You just need to reset your space, your intention, and your guardian. Here are 3 things you can do today to help your Pixiu and your money start flowing again. 1. Flip the direction. Check where your Pixiu is facing. If it's pointing out, turn it in, toward your chest, toward your energy, toward what you want to keep, not lose. 2. Clean it softly, with purpose. Pick a cloth. Wipe it gently like you're waking it up. No cleaner, no rush. Just one quiet minute of care. This alone can shift more than you think. 3. Whisper one sentence before you walk out. Every morning, choose one intention. It can be simple. You guard what stays. You hold what I've earned. You keep doors open for me. Say it while touching your Pixiu. And mean it. It's not the ritual. It's the relationship. These aren't grand gestures, but they're steady. They're quiet anchors in a world of financial noise. And you might just notice a space in your energy opens. A space where wealth starts to stay. If you've watched this far, maybe your Pixiu wasn't silent. Maybe it's been waiting for you to speak first. It doesn't need to be dramatic. You don't need incense, or candles, or a full moon. Just presence, just clarity, just you, remembering why you carry this creature in the first place. So tell me, what kind of Pixiu do you carry? How long has it followed you around in silence? What do you want it to protect? Starting today, pause. Leave a comment below. Not for the algorithm, but for you, to say out loud what you're ready to hold on to. And if this video helped, there's more waiting, because in the next video, we'll look at an even more common charm. One people wear everywhere, on phones, bags, even tattoos, and how placing it in the wrong spot could quietly reverse your wealth. You've seen it before. You might be wearing it now. I'll see you there.